Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Starbase. I think today's video is just going to be a sort of a quick one and whatnot, but yeah, music is a little bit too loud. Let me just bring that down just enough so that we can hear it, but it does not bother us. Around there, that looks fine. Alright, welcome back everybody. Before I continue on, make sure to check out my Kerbal Space Program videos. Trying to throw something else into the mix. So if you guys do like Starbase, you guys might enjoy some Kerbal Space Program. I'm having a lot of fun in that series, and I hope you guys can join me there as well. And yeah, so a couple of things. The game has updated to, like, there was a big patch that came through, a big update, which added a lot of things. First of all, noticeably, is the heat shields or the heat sinks. Heat shields? I've been playing too much Space Program. So you have your heatsink over here, which has a transfer limit. You can set the rate, how much heat is stored, and the maximum is like 15,000 units of heat, which is pretty good. And there's like a bunch of things they've added, and I think some things have been taken away as well. Oh yeah, you see, big, large hydrogen propellant tanks. Like, wow. Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot. Can I change that? I don't know. Anyways, so I just quickly want to talk to you guys about one of the things I've been actually looking really forward to. Is if we quickly go to the asset browser and go to speedometer. Okay, this one. Okay. I've been looking forward to this sort of device in this game for a long time. All right, and I'm just gonna put that there. There we go. So, what is this? Well, basically what the name says, it is a speedometer, and it has only like one value, which is speed. You can change the name or whatever to whatever, and this will be displayed on, well, this text display thingy. So I'm just gonna delete that. What I've been using most of the time, well, the whole time, is somebody, I think is Mori or somebody, who designed this speedometer thingy over here. Just wanted to load. So this thing, basically, it's just a rangefinder that shoots out a beam inside a cargo lock frame, and it does a little bit of a calculation and all that kind of stuff. And no, go away. All right. Anyways, so what I've done is I put the normal speedometer, or the new one, and that one, that cargo locked frame one. I put the two together to check out what they, how accurate they are, and they are pretty freaking accurate next to each other. They display the same, so I was quite happy to have a smaller version over here, and just a little bit more compact, a lot more lightweight. Although this thing is a 256 kilogram freaking speedometer, which is I think a quarter. Yeah, about a quarter of a Volkswagen, a VW Golf 1 car. That's like that's how heavy that thing is. But yeah, it has to measure space and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm not gonna be going into the basics of it, but or comparisons. But anyways, the Mori one was quite heavy in its own, and it's the problem with it periodically updated. This thing is constantly updating. It's always there, it's always displayed, and it's something a lot of people wanted in the game, because if you haven't known about this, that ships, you can add as many thrusters as you want in the back, okay? And you can have even small ships, fighter ships or transport ships, whatever. You can have a wall of thrusters, but if you're light enough and you push your ship fly fast enough, you can hit a limit of 150 meters a second. There's some things you can do to bring that up, but that's like 1 to maybe 3 meters a second extra, which is not quite noticeable, but in some cases it might be. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is because the game has to keep track of how fast your ship goes, and then it hard locks your ship to 150 meters a second. So somewhere inside the game's code and everything, there is something that keeps tab on your ship, how fast it's flying. And people have been wanting to have a speedometer which just displays that information. Alright? And yeah, so now they've introduced it and I'm quite happy about that. And I've gone and added the speedometer over here. And it is very fun. Also, if you guys noticed, there has been a couple of changes. So this is the Mark II version of the ship. I've been working on this for quite some time, adding I think I've did a video of the asteroid avoidance system of it. I've gone and changed up some of the ore collectors that I can go back and forth, up and down, all that kind of stuffs. Added the heat sinks at the back, added some what do you call these, radiator panels and things. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna blur that chat out if you guys don't mind. I think it's kind of, I don't know if it's sensitive or not, but yeah, I'm just gonna blur that out if you guys don't mind, because it's company chat and I like, yeah, that's too much of a hassle for me to turn off. Anyways, so I've added just enough radiator panels back here. It kind of looks cool. It's just enough for these heat sinks to fully disperse their heat, and it's panels for all of them. There's, I think there's like 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I don't know if that's the correct ratio. I've just been going off the wiki with this stuffs, with how these heat sinks work, how you have to place your generators and all that kind of stuff. Just trying to figure out how that works, and it works. There's like the radiator panels don't work at all, and what I've done also is flew this ship full power, like full blast, 100% throttle, with the generators at cranking at 100% maximum power, and also adding switching on the lasers, and still there is no radiation heat whatsoever. The heat does get stored, but it's a minor amount. The transfer rate I could even see is a minor amount, so these things are working. I feel like I can slice off a few of these radiators, but I'm gonna keep them like that. So wow, that is quite the blur box I'm gonna add. Wow. So yeah, there's only like 1 or 2 things that are still remaining of this ship, like a ISAN I might want to add. I don't know. I'm still struggling to find the things, like the proper files and all that. How to code. Well, not really how to code, just copy paste work. Oh yes, that's another thing which is really cool. We could go to the YOLO code. You can now copy and paste all things from, like, you can copy everything here and go to another chip and paste it all here, which is pretty freaking amazing. That is such a good quality of life improvement right there. I've been using mostly keyboard shortcuts, Control A, Control X, Control V, that kind of stuff. So I've been just doing that just to speed up my time and all that. And yeah, so, and last but not least is the console. I've changed up a little. I want to get the ship out mining and whatnot. I'm just a little bit shy on cash, but I will try to get that sorted out really quickly. The safe zone has been shrunk down, but the asteroids and whatnot has been brought closer, and there's been bigger asteroids added as well, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so anyways, back to the console and everything. So what we have here is the mining buttons and all that. So we have our asteroid avoidance over here, turtle, cruise. So we have our mining over there. So if we want to start mining, we just slam that button and it will... What I've done is written a little code just to make sure that the fuel chamber rate goes up to, I think, 30% or something, so that the batteries don't drain instantaneously. So then that's activate. Then these little buttons over here, except that green one, all these other buttons, I call them C1. That's class. Because class 1, yeah, it goes down. Class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's just to, like, if there's an asteroid in front of me, which is a small one, I just press class 1 and then it should, just a very small sweeping it will do, just because it's a small asteroid. I've been noticing when I was going out mining with the Mark 1 version of the ship, just like if I see a small asteroid but it has exorium in it or something, then I would sit here and just like let it auto mine, but it will take forever because the beams would go from left to right, and then it's just like it slices up just a tiny bit and it takes so much time. So I've just gone and tweaked the code a little so it would just do, like, if it's a small asteroid, just tiny zigzags, that's all. And yeah. Also, another thing is the scanner, the ore collector as well. And then we have over here is, let's say for instance, if I have my rangefinder on, then I can easily look over here what it is, and then like, okay, it's far away, let me quickly press on auto, the ship will fly towards the asteroid, and as soon as we get close, like about between 70 and 100 meters or something, then I can see what I'm scanning, and if I'm like, okay, yeah, I want that, I just click on final approach, and then the ship will just get in closer, and then I can just like, okay, it's a small one, go ahead, press class 1, and then mine, please, and thank you. Bob is your uncle. I'm very happy how this layout came to be. And this is just a rangefinder helper, because like sometimes like the rangefinder would be out in the distance, you can't really see the end of it. So what I've gone and done is just increase the value of like 1.59 with this height, and then I just made sure like I can see that. There's something else I wanted to do, like swoops on the left and right with some rangefinders looking like a X, a crisscross, or just barely touching the pointers, the end of the rangefinder laser, two of them pointing towards where the furthest point is of this rangefinder over here. And yeah, that is about that. We've increased, I think we've done a few videos where we've increased the power at the back. If you guys haven't seen that yet, there's that. And what else is there? We added these panels on the sides. So yeah, that is that. The only thing, except for the money issue, I have all the materials I need. I just need the money to build this thing. Another thing, before we end off this episode, there is one thing. Because of the speedometer, which is constantly updating, I was thinking of taking my code I've written over here and splitting it into various chips in on their own. Because like then this thing will be constantly updating as the speedometer keeps updating. And that will just make the auto approach a little bit more fluid, more convenient. Damn it, the word escaped me now. I had it. Promise you guys, I had it just in my mind just now. Promise. But yeah, that is one thing. And yeah. Anyways, people, that's it for me. Thanks so much for joining me here on Starbase. Hope you guys did enjoy. And just make sure to check out Kerbal Space Program if you haven't already on my channel. There is a what do you call it, a playlist for it, and I'm gonna throw like a mix of Starbase and Kerbal Space Program, taking breaks from both of the games. If I play one, I take a break from the other one, and vice versa. So just make sure to check that out, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.